This might sound controversial, but the most addictive drug of our time isn't a substance. It's information. We don't snort it, we don't smoke it, we don't inject it, we scroll it. We sip it through headlines, videos, and quotes. And every time we say, I'll just check for a minute, we end up in an endless stream of noise that feels like clarity. You wake up, grab your phone, and before your feet hit the ground, you've consumed more information than most people used to take in a week. That's wild. And like every drug, it gives you a quick high, a hit of excitement, a little sense of control. You feel productive just by absorbing. You feel smart just by knowing. But just like every high, it fades. Information gives us the illusion of progress without requiring us to actually move. You can spend hours studying your dream, reading, planning, taking notes, and still end the day untouched by it. It's the same dopamine loop as casino, tiny hits of novelty disguised as progress. We've normalized studying our lives instead of living them, and that's dangerous because it looks like growth. You're praised for being self-aware, but no one celebrates being self-directed. It's like doing push-ups in your head and wondering why your arms aren't getting stronger. Learning feels safe. No one can judge you for it. You're being responsible. You're doing the work. But it's the safest form of effort. There's no risk, no failure, no exposure. You can't fail a podcast. You can't be rejected by a YouTube tutorial. You can't embarrass yourself with a notebook. That's why we get addicted, because the moment you move from learning to doing, you move from control to uncertainty. And most people, they don't really want to change. They want certainty that their change will work. But that's not how transformation happens. You're not lazy. You're addicted to control, and information feeds that addiction. You think, if I just learn more, I'll finally be ready. If I plan perfectly, I'll never fail. But that's not preparation. That's perfectionism in disguise. And perfectionism's twin brother is procrastination. They both whisper the same thing. I'm not ready yet. But you don't need more knowledge. You need more courage. Then the high wears off. You've watched everything, you've read everything, and still, your life looks the same. And that's when doubt creeps in. You start thinking, maybe I'm not meant for this. But that's not true. You're not broken. You've just been running laps in your head. You're mentally exhausted, but physically, you're nowhere. And the worst part is, the more you consume, the less you trust yourself. Because every expert sounds smarter than you. Every quote sounds truer than what you feel. That's the real cost of addiction. You lose trust in your own voice. Try this. Turn everything off for one day. No podcast, no YouTube, no audiobooks. At first, it'll feel uncomfortable. You're gonna reach out to your phone out of habit, and that's withdrawal. But that silence, that's your creativity trying to breathe again. That's your real voice trying to come through. Stay in it, because once you stop inhaling everyone else's thoughts, you start hearing your own. That's where clarity begins. You don't need another plan. You just need to move. Action is the only antidote to information paralysis. You'll learn more in 1 week of trying than in 6 weeks of studying. You don't find confidence first. You earn it through doing. Every bold person you know, a founder, a creative, an athlete, an artist, didn't wait until they knew enough. They learned by doing. They figured it out in motion. That's why their work feels alive, because it came from experience, not theory. Look at the people who changed the world. Steve Jobs dropped out of college. Richard Branson left school at 16. Oprah didn't study communication. She learned by listening. Elon Musk didn't have a PhD in rockets. He read and built anyway. Rihanna never studied branding. Kanye can't read sheet music. Spielberg was rejected from film school twice. Einstein worked in a patent office. The Wright brothers were bicycle mechanics. They didn't wait to learn how. They started proving why. They weren't overeducated, they were overcommitted. They didn't chase permission, they chased possibility. And the world remembers them because they did, while everyone else was still preparing to do. You see, once you start doing, something changes. You remember that your instincts actually work. You stop needing blueprints or 5-step formulas. You start trusting that quiet voice inside you that says, just try. And that's not arrogance, that's alignment. And the more you follow that voice, the quieter the outside noise becomes. So here's your challenge for day 19. Go 1 full day without consuming any new information. No new podcasts, no how-to videos, no 5 ways to change your life threads. Just do something. Send the message. Record the video. Start the project. Take 1 uncomfortable step forward, because clarity doesn't come from learning. It comes from living. Information isn't bad, but it was never meant to replace experience. At some point, you have to stop being a student of your dream and start being a participant in it. Because the smartest person in the room isn't the one who knows the most. It's the one who finally did something. The world doesn't need more people who know what to do. It needs more people who are brave enough to do it. You've read enough, you've learned enough, you've watched enough. Now it's time to live enough. Because the most addictive drug of our time is information, and the only way to quit is to move. Because life doesn't reward the ones who know. Life rewards the bold. So this is day 19 out of 100 bold. And if you have been watching these videos so far, and you haven't taken any form of action, I highly encourage you to rethink that. It's time that you start moving. This is the only life you're given. This is the only opportunity you get to go out there and actually live your purpose. The number one thing that held me back all these years has been watching and analyzing and looking at different content and almost getting a PhD in content creation. And it paralyzed me because I felt like there's so much I could do. I know all the different styles of content, all the best types of hooks, all that kind of stuff. I was running mental laps in my mind instead of just pressing record and starting like I am. And it's when I finally pressed record and started that I'm realizing that one, I'm actually in no rush because I'm enjoying the process. And two, what matters most and what fulfills me the most has never been studying how to go viral, how to create a brand on social media. It's actually by just doing it and showing up and sharing. And with time, you learn and you grow. I just don't want to see another person running mental laps when I know if they could just step into their potential, they could be unstoppable. They can change the world. And that's you. You have that potential. You have that ability. Don't waste it. Don't waste it scrolling, trying to find ideas. You have the ideas. Who cares about a format? Who cares about a structure? Who cares about the right hook? Who cares about the right thumbnail? Just start. I could be improving my thumbnails. I could be improving my editing. I could be improving my hook retention. I could improve all of this stuff, of course, but that's the thing. I can improve, but to improve, you have to start. So worry about improving, worry about perfecting, worry about refining after you start. Anyway, you got this. Be bold. And to act bold, you need to be kid brave again.